Minneapolis sports fans to the softball facilities here at the Minneapolis Fairground. Dale Leach and Mike Perry here to cover a game in progress. First game of a twin bill with the visiting Wilson Dragons. It's the top of the fourth. It's 3-3. Exciting game so far. Welcome, Mike.
Thanks, Dale. You got a good shot right here.
Yeah. Well, I did this for the baseball game the other day, so I'm going to try that for softball too. The Lady Lions were up in the top of the second 1-0, and Wilson scored 3 runs in the top of the third, I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken. And Minneapolis tied it up in the following inning. It's 3-3 now.
Captain's right on the strike zone there, Dale, with 2 quick strikes. Even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Appears to be, so far, an evenly matched teams. Pretty good game. Again, we're in the top of the fourth. The score is 3-3. 1 out.
Foul now, a play off the first base side. No play. Swing and a miss. Go to second. Hey. Like she had her. She slid in, and Roth had the tag. It looked like she slid right into the tag. She's safe. 1 out.
I don't think Roth had solid possession of the ball.
Nice hard strike there by Taylor Kettering. 2 out, excuse me, 1 strike. The count on the foul out of play. All the fouls going off to the right-hand side over the first base side means Kettering's got some pretty good velocity on that pitch. Everybody's swinging late. Strike. Third call. Strike. She just stood there and watched that one go by. Call third strike is what I was trying to get out. I'm sorry. And that's the way the fourth inning, top of the fourth, will end. Minneapolis coming to bat here in the bottom of the fourth. Well, we're all knotted up at 3 apiece after a short break. I think that one girl was the Moody girl.
That was redhead, probably would be.
Yeah, what's her first name?
Kelsey.
Kelsey Moody. Yeah. Just off the inside corner for a ball here as Wilson comes to bat here in the top of the fifth, trailing 7-3, and there's a good cut of the Taylor Kettering fastball. that evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike.
All right. Talk to you later. Thanks.
Catcher winds and swing and a miss, or a foul tip is held by Fleming. Ball, 2 strikes. Low, and Fleming takes one off the chest protector there, about the hip. I heard a thud. I hope the pad was down that low. That was smart. Inside, as M makes a nice stop. 7-3, Minneapolis ahead of Wilson. Swing and foul off to the first base side and out of play. As Sharp gives it a look and lets it go. It's a full count now, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The batter's hanging in there as Ketron rears back and tries to put the fastball by her. Another foul tip. 7-3 here in the 5th. Low. And she loses her. 1 runner on and nobody out. Ketron with the pitch. Inside. Taylor Ketron works the inside half of the plate rather well for a pitcher. Usually they're on the outer half. And swing and foul tip in the box. That'll even the count at a ball and a strike. Well, we've had a lot of track meets canceled, and one more going on. There's a fly down the right field line. Gregg, it's foul. Wow, that was close.
This Friday Boy Relays comes up. That's the
Yes.
first one in.
Kylie Gregg playing in. A little bit too shallow there as the hitter gets one by her out into the outfield. And she moves back in. I think I'd play out a step or two. And as Dale mentioned, we've got the big track meet up at Beloit this Friday, Beloit Relays.
I'm hoping that spring has finally decided to stay here. We shall see. Counteract these cool north winds.
Dribble right back to the mound. Ketron gets the easy one at second, force out, and the lead runner for the first out of the inning. Nice play by Taylor Ketron.
The lead runner did not slide, stayed upright, and prevented Roth from getting a throw to first.
She doesn't.
They call her safe?
She should be out because she did not slide. She doesn't need to be going down to second, that's for sure.
Vernon's having a discussion with the blue here.
Yeah, I think blue is wrong here. That's like Stan Potocik's telling his mother it's the other way around. She's going back to first anyway. That's half of it. She is supposed to slide. If you go into second standing up like that, it impedes the play of the game, and our shortstop can't make the throw to first to try to double her up.
Me and my not knowing thing. That's a rule?
Yes.
Okay. I'm pretty sure you have the option to slide whether you want it to or not.
No, that's why Mr. Vernon's out there right now pleading the case, and he's right.
Doesn't look like his pleading has done any good.
No, it's the Blues' interpretation at the time, and we don't have a replay, but when you go in standing up like that, if that shortstop hauls off and wings it, it'll catch you right between the eyes, and That's not good.
Yeah, well, Parker had to try to throw around her and couldn't.
Yeah, Sydney just could not make the play or the throw because the girl was standing up right in front of her.
Yeah, Sydney. Excuse me. Well, no, it's Sydney. Called to Parker.
Parker's way around to right center.
Yeah.
And Sydney comes over from shortstop to make the catch. She had a pretty good angle on it. It was straight up and down for Kayla Briggs, and Sydney called her off, made the catch. I think Parker's moved around to the right a little bit too much, but here again, Ketron throws pretty hard, and they're swinging late. Throw to second, not in time, as the Wilson runner in the second with a stolen base. Now with a runner on second, Wilson with a chance to score a run here in the top of the fifth. Swing and a miss. As Ketron rears back and brings the heat. Oh, just foul. Just foul. Sarah Sharp with a nice attempt to get a glove on that. Boys are playing? Yes. Who are they playing?
Wilson, I believe.
Also?
Probably. I might be wrong there, but.
Swing and a miss. Nice strike out there by Taylor Ketron to
The Dragons
not
strangled
allow that run in.
after the top of the fifth. It's the Lady Lions 7, Wilson.
So it's the Dragons, Wilson Dragons. We'll be back. Taylor Ketron, the batter for Minneapolis. Nice hit. Second baseman there, though. I thought that was going to float on into center field. It is the first out of the inning. It's a good hit by Ketron. Now Emily Fleming. And the catcher for Minneapolis. Swing and a foul out of play, and
Up he missed that one.
we're going to have to give him an error on that one. He's 1 for 2 for the catches over here. Cole was in his way when it came down. Right up the middle and under the glove of the shortstop as Fleming hammers one into center field for a hit. Now Kayla Briggs. And we have a pinch runner. Way outside, ball one. Strike one, evens the count there. 1 ball, 1 strike. As our runner gets back into first, as they throw behind her. Low. It's going to take me a minute to remember her name, the runner at first. There's a good hit, the shortstop, right under the glove. All runners will be safe as throw back behind her is again a little bit late, and she's in there safely.
Moody, I believe, is up now.
Yes, this is Moody. Foul, back and out of play.
Come on, Calvin, dive for those.
Stan Potachuk trying to get the Wilson fan to dive for that foul ball. Way high. Swung out and missed. Moody down the count now, 2 strikes. Just a little bit inside. Got a pretty true strike zone here. This guy's right on it. Foul tip. And Kelsey stays alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Way high and outside, ball 2. And that would have been ball 3. Waved at and missed. Strikeout for Wilson Hurler. Now Sarah Sharp.
Second out of the inning.
7-3 Minneapolis, bottom of the 5th. Sarah Sharp up. Swing and a miss.
Runners at first and second.
Just a little bit low, I think. Ball 1. Sarah thought about it, but laid off. It was low. Way high and outside, ball 2. Foul tip. Sarah Sharp with a good whip there. Not a pretty nice day, Dale.
Gorgeous day. Not too cool at this point. Not too hot. Nice little breeze. Break the sweat.
High and outside, ball 3. $135 cars at the racetrack, and Sarah is right on it, but just missed. She strikes out for the 3rd out of the inning, and that's the way the 6th inning will end. Excuse me, that's bottom of the 6th. Minneapolis 7 and Wilson 3. We'll be back after this. Hi.
A couple more years. High school.
Here we go. The top of the 7th inning.
And then there's teacher.
Get to the pitcher. And runners out at first.
My daughter's just bad
Patachek, bad there? Stan Patachek's daughter? Those of you that know the Patacheks.
Somebody be down there in just a little bit. She'll bring a sandwich or something down for Kendall.
Inside and low is the pitch.
7-3 Minneapolis. Ketron clears
A
back.
little high there. Straight down the pike, but a little high.
Haven't seen Stan for quite a while, but look at John Roth's head. Hey, he's been, look at his head. It's beat red. He got sunburned real good somewhere.
Yes, he did.
That looks like it hurts.
Those do. I can
You can attest to that?
I can testify. I learned many years ago.
If you don't get a good layer of sunscreen on your noggin, Dale, it would be traumatic to have a sunburn like that. My gosh.
I went out and planted a garden in about 23 years old, maybe, on a cloudy spring day. Without a hat, didn't worry anything about it. Was out there 2 or 3 hours. My goodness, I turned beet red. Had a headache, burned up like crazy.
Kayla Briggs with a big play. She's playing right way around to first. I think she should play a little bit closer to the second base. But with the Wilson hitters being just a little bit behind Getron's fastball, she was there in time for that one. That's second out of the inning here.
Several applications of lotion took care of that.
7-3, 1 ball, 1 strike here as Ketron toes the rubber for Lady Lions. Way high. Hung on to that one a little bit too long. 7-3, 2 balls and a strike. 2 down the top of the 7th here, Minneapolis. playing pretty good defense here as Wilson with the last,
Hopefully that.
down to their last out here.
Anyway. Yeah, we get that off.
Swing and a miss. Ketron brings it. Full count. Wilson's down to their last strike here.
Appreciate that. That was something I needed to do, not strike homes.
Inside, and she'll take her base. Good eye there as Ketron tries for that inside corner.
Well, you know, we have races next Saturday like we did this last one. Come out of anybody's mouth.
Strike right down the pipe. Ketron been around that strike zone all afternoon. Now up in the count, a strike.
All right. Yeah.
Foul.
Broadcasting.
Out of play over the first base side and into the corral.
Well, thanks for asking. I do appreciate it.
2 strikes now. Wilson down to their last strike again. Foul just off the first base side as Sharp guarding the line and sister Lacey Sharp guarding the other line. Ground ball. Briggs up with it and over to first. That's it. Minneapolis with the first one here. Wins it
7-3 in top game of the Twin Bill.
7-3. We'll be back with the second game of this doubleheader here in just a minute.
15-20 minutes on
About
the
15
internet
minutes.
dial, I'm sure. We'll be back.
On to the 7th. Minneapolis coming to bat here in the bottom of the 6th. Wilson with one more shot at it. Drag the hitter for the Lady Lions. Top of the order for Minneapolis.
I don't know why. I guess we saw the 7 out there, and that's what I was saying. 7th inning.
Ball, no strikes. Kylie Drag. Inside, ball 2. Minneapolis up 7-3. And a ground ball to shortstop. Throw to first. Just barely gets Greg, who has wheels. Now Parker Roth. High, ball 1. That'd be nice to get an insurance run or 2 here.
Yep.
Not mandatory, but top of the order with Roth, and Moody, I believe. It's the Smith girl that we're missing on first today, aren't we?
Yes.
Must be gone. Three and 0 as the Wilson pitcher fills in the divot. Plant foot when she comes off the rubber. Parker Roth with a walk heads to first. Now Sydney, last time up, cleared the bases with a home run to deep center field, right over the center fielder, and she's laying in again. Be a good time to hit another one, Sydney. Good hard hit off the shoe of their second baseman. Parker goes all the way to third and makes the corner and looks back. No throw. So now Minneapolis with runners at first and third for Lacey Sharp, I believe.
Lacey Sharp, number 18 at the bat, senior, I believe.
Well, we'll lose a lot of good seniors off to his team. Sidney has to second with a stolen base. Sidney Roth will go to Stevens College and play softball. No play. They're in the cheap seats. Nice hit. Lacey gets a rope
Center fielder.
to center. Sidney will score, and Lacey will stay at second with a double. Good hit by Lacey Sharp.
Knocks in 2, makes score 9-3.
Center fielder couldn't come up with it. Taylor Ketchum now the hitter. Under the glove of the shortstop. And everyone will be saved.
Several fielding errors here for the Dragons.
Sharp goes to third and Ketchum on at first. And I think we'll get the pitch runner again as Emily Fleming comes up. Why can't I think of her name?
I know I can't. Not without my scorecard in front of me.
Wow, big hit. Emily Fleming. Oh, nice catch by the center fielder, and Lacey Sharp tags and scores. The throw is cut off, but she makes it all the way in for the 10th run of the game for Minneapolis. Now one out. Wilson. Pitch way outside.
Overthrow.
No throw to second as the throw gets by the first baseman. Low ball 2. Now they're trying to pick her off and have the last time up too. Now Briggs at the plate for Minneapolis. Hammers one out to the pitcher. It's bobbled to throw to first in time for the, I guess that would be the third out.
Yep.
See.
So
Minneapolis comes up with 3 runs there because it was a 7. 10-3 Minneapolis. We'll be back with Wilson batting in the top of the 7th here in just a minute. I think we got it right.
There it goes.
10-3 Minneapolis.
Dragons are up to bat, top of the 7th.
Pop up. Briggs
Drops in front of Briggs.
can't get there.
Runner safe at first.
Wilson with a runner on first. Ketron still pitching for Minneapolis. Low. Fleming with a pretty good arm. They have not stolen too many bases. Haven't had that many base runners, I guess, huh? Ball and strike as that one is fouled out right out back behind us. Outside. 2 balls and a strike. Strike. That evens the count at 2 balls and a strike. Ketron not giving in to the hitter here. Minneapolis up 7 runs. It's a little inside. Full count. Ground ball to second. Briggs gets the lead runner as the runner does slide this time with the force out at second. 1 away. Wilson with 2 outs left here as Minneapolis is ahead by 7. A nice hit. Roth backs up, makes the catch, and unable to double up the runner at first.
Overthrow, but tracked down by Sarah Sharp.
The runner has to get back and tag that base before she takes off, so if the throw would have been a little bit lower, we would be out of this game and done. 2 outs now. I don't think you'll see the runner from Wilson stealing second. They need base runners. Nice hit. Oh, just missed Roth off of the glove. A good hit by the Wilson batter.
So then runners at first and third.
Barker playing in right center field. Perfectly positioned on that one. It just went off the heel of her glove. We throw to second, and we've got her. That's the way the game will end.
Not a 10-7 or 10-3.
I don't think that's a good move to try and steal second when you need base runners. You don't want to get anybody thrown out for the third out of the game, and that's the way it ends. Minneapolis 10, Wilson 3. We'll be back with the second game now here in just about 15 minutes.
Welcome back to the second game in progress. We're at the top of the first. Wilson has a runner on third, and on first with no outs. Kendall Perry pitching for the Lady Lions. Mike and I took a little bit too long of a restroom and lunch break, I guess.
Looks like they moved Taylor Ketron to first, Sarah Sharp to third. No outs here.
And Lacey Sharp is not playing right now, I guess, huh?
Doesn't look like it's still held on to that one a little long, and pitch is high, ball 3. Well, Coach Vernon always tries to get some of the younger players a little bit of more experience all the time, and strike as the Wilson hitter takes that.
Well, since there's not a junior varsity schedule,
yeah, you've got to
pretty much have to.
You got to get your underclassmen in there. Pop up. Nice catch by Sarah Sharp. And they double her up. Double play. And that's what it takes. Some defense behind you. Sarah Sharp with the snag on the infield, and all of a sudden we have 2 out. Doubles up the runner at first.
Runner still on third.
Perry, number 4, pitching for Minneapolis. Swing and a foul down the third base line and out of play. As Coach Vernon makes the play on it. Unassisted. Gosh, I'm so excited about getting able to go to a track meet. And it's the boy relays to boot.
It's been unusual this year. We've
yes,
3 or
it
4
has.
under our belt by now, wouldn't we?
Yes. They have been
We haven't done one.
tormented by weather and postponed and canceled. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Kendall. And she's ahead of the batter now. 2 strikes and a ball.
We were going to broadcast the Russell baseball game a week ago. But it was extremely windy. We didn't figure anybody wanted to listen to the wind howl, so
Inside.
we just let them go ahead and play and not broadcast. Russell was a very good team to boot. Took care of the Lions in a couple of games pretty handily.
Outside the pitch. And the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I can't want to watch the girls' game here for the softball game for a little while. I'm surprised there's any loose dirt left on this diamond the way it was blowing around.
There's a nice base hit by the Wilson hitter. Parker Roth gets in front of it and holds the hitter to a single. And Wilson takes a early 1-0 lead here. Here in the first. Swing and a miss. Like that pitch was a little bit outside, but waved at and missed. Strike 1. Settles in here. Way high, put up over the helmet. And it looks to me like getting anything close to the plate, and she will swing at it. 2 strikes, she's down the count now. Yeah, I'm wondering, it looks like the field's been watered down, so evidently there is some dirt still left on that diamond. Swing and a miss, 3rd strike.
Most of it that was loose blew away.
And no throw to first. Struck her out, but the runner gets to first base.
Score is 1-0 Wilson, 2 outs.
I was wondering what their coach was doing coming in, but
Let's go, Shelby.
nothing special, and retrieve the bat. We continue. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Base runner on first trying to coax a throw out of Fleming. Not with 2 outs. 1 strike the count here on the Wilson hitter. Inside. Just barely back in time as Fleming has seen that runner go far enough down to second. Threw in behind her, but she dives in safe. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Last 2 hitters been way behind in the count. Kendall struck out the last one. We'll see if we can get another strikeout here. Force at 3rd. If by chance we get a ground ball out. Swing and a miss, and Fleming squeezes that one. And that's the way the first inning ends. Minneapolis
Top of the first.
coming to hit here in the bottom of the first. 1-0. Wilson will be back.
All right, back ready for the start of the bottom of the first. Top of the order up, Kylie Gregg for the Lions.
By the gate of the center fielder, I would guess, oh no, Sacred Heart's batting, so.
Boys Lost first baseball game in Sacred Heart 20-0, was it?
Yeah, Sacred Heart kind of had their way with their pitching, and Minneapolis goes down to the Knights. Now Minneapolis just batting here in the bottom of the first, and leading off for Minneapolis, as Dale mentioned, Kylie Gregg. Popped second, she's under it, and squeezes it. It's first out of the inning. Parker Roth comes to the plate now for Lady Lions. We need a base runner, and Parker hits ground ball to short, and it's booted by the shortstop. And we've got a base runner, Parker Roth at first. Sydney Roth now the hitter for Minneapolis. Or if she finds a gap with one here, it'll score Parker. Pitch a little bit outside, ball one.
Hitter.
Good hitter. Just going to give her a base, yep.
One way to keep her from hitting a long ball.
Now Lacey Sharp, who hit a laser to center earlier in the last inning of the sixth inning of the first game. Swing and a foul tip. Off the fence, strike one. Sharp with a pretty good eye and a quick bat is right on it, outside. Oh, there's that outside pitch, Dale. And look to be a little bit outside. High, ball one. Excuse me, ball two.
Parker retreats to second.
2-2. Ball thrown behind the hitter.
Both runners advance.
Roth's sisters move up a base. Sydney at second, Parker at third. One out. We get Blue tucked in behind the catcher. We'll be ready to go. There's a nice hit to right, way out there. Lacey Sharp hammers one to right field, and she will circle the bases, I believe. Yep, Vernon is sending her. The throw to the plate is not in time, and that's a home run by Lacey Sharp. She's been spanking the ball pretty hard here this afternoon. Now Taylor Ketron in to bat for Minneapolis.
She had a triple late in the first game, was it?
Yes.
Inside the park homer here. Second inside the park homer of the day for the Lions. Sydney Roth in the first game. Lacey Sharp here.
Pitched a little bit inside to Taylor Ketron. Ground to short. Throw to first. In time for the second out of the inning. Ketron was pretty good wheels down there, just barely out. It was close. But a good call by Blue. Emily Fleming steps in. There's a base hit to left, right down the third base line. She turns to the corner, and the throw into second is cut off by the second baseman, and Fleming stops at first with a single, clean single to left. And this is Emily Rankin.
Okay.
Finally remembered. She will go in and run for Fleming, give Fleming a chance to get the catcher's gear back on. Rankin back in time at first as they throw in behind her. Kayla Briggs now the hitter for Minneapolis. Strikes the count, throw to second. And Rankin's in there with a stolen base. Pretty smart base runner. slips in there under the radar. Nice rip by Briggs. The pop up the shortstop almost came down on top of Rankin.
And that would have been out for her, right?
Yes, sir. You get hit by the ball like that, it's an automatic out.
That was a narrow miss.
Now, Kelsey Moody. Outside. No, that was right on the black. He called that a strike, so
Briggs steals second.
now down in the count. Swings at a high, hard one, and now she is down. Count 2 strikes, no balls. As Sarah Sharp is on deck. Swing and a miss, and that's the way it'll end.
She dropped the ball.
And the put out at first will end the inning as Minneapolis comes up with 3 runs on a big hit by Lacey Sharp. We'll be back with the second inning. Wilson coming to bat in the top of the second. Minneapolis. Here we go, top of the second. Wilson coming to hit here in the second inning. Kendall Perry, the pitcher for Minneapolis, swing and a miss by the Wilson hitter. One strike the count. Sharp playing in pretty short at third. Strike is the call, and now the Wilson hitter down in the count. 2 strikes. Well, he's been pretty consistent with that call on that outside part of the plate. That looked like it's the same place as some of the others. There's a pop up to left. Off the glove of Moody. She gets it back in good shape. Nice hit by the Wilson hitter. Now I believe we're back to the top of the order for Wilson. Strike is the call as Kendall's right around the plate here also with strikes, which makes it go a lot easier on everyone. There's another double play just like we did the first inning. Sarah Sharp doubles up the runner again, just like we did in the first inning. Another double play. Sarah Sharp with the throw to first behind the runner, and she is tagged out by Ketron. Didn't need to. She's forced out. Just a foot on the plate. Pop up. And it's going to get out of play as Fleming's right there. Makes a pretty good look at that foul ball, but is out of play. Two outs. One strikes the strike 2. Kendall right down the middle. Does not have the blazing speed of Taylor Ketron, but as long as Kendall's playing throwing strikes and Minneapolis playing defense behind her, I think we'll be just fine. Inside's the call there, ball 1.
Nice if we had Sarah Wheeler for a picture that could just roll them down, batter after batter after batter, but you know, not every team has that.
That's true.
Most teams don't have that.
A friend of mine from Smoky Valley, his daughter plays on Smoky Valley's girls team, and they were down, playing Heston or Halstead down there, and they had a pitcher that he just flat. I mean, he said she was fast.
So You've got a substitute defense to work with your pitcher.
Yes.
It's a team sport.
2 outs. Ground ball to second, and Sidney Roth cannot get a handle on the ball. It is in there, and a base hit for Wilson. Runners now on first and second. Still 2 away. And now we've got the easy one at third to force out at second or third as Kendall toes the rubber for Minneapolis. Pitch in the dirt. They got her picked off. She gets back to second. Fleming, nice job behind the plate to block that ball from going all the way back to the screen. There's a pop-up. Fleming's right there. She squeezes it for the third out of the inning, and we get out of the inning, no harm. Fleming, a nice job behind the plate. Save a run earlier and then to make that catch on that foul ball. We'll be back with Minneapolis hitting in the bottom of the second here in just a minute.
He had them dressed up like Mardi Gras singers, I think.
Here we go, top of the third. Perry still on the mound for Minneapolis. The hit to left is way out there, left center.
Looks like nobody's on base.
Where's our center fielder? Here's the throw home, way over.
Inside the park home for Wilson.
Good job, Kylie.
Let's see, we've done some moving around. We've got a new right fielder and a new center fielder.
Moody's left.
And Moody's still in left, so
Who's center field?
I think Greg has moved over there. I can't figure out who's in right is where I'm off. Briggs is way around.
And who's second? Is that Briggs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Swing and a miss, way outside. Kendall coaxes a strike swing out of the Wilson hitter. 1 ball, 1 strike. High ball 2. Pretty comfortable down here this evening. Wind not blowing, dirt not floating around.
A wonderful night for a ball game. No bugs.
Light breeze out of the north. It's at our back. Sun shining, and we're ahead. High, there's a walk as the Wilson runner, pretty good eye, no outs. Now Caleb moves around a little bit on second. Sidney usually takes the throw. Kendall toes the rubber. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Down the left field line, and it goes foul as the Wilson hitter made pretty good contact. It goes foul for the second strike. Now down in the count. We'll be protecting the play here a little bit. Outside, ball 1. just a little bit outside on that one. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the top of the third. Swing and a miss. There's your first out of the inning. Like a little high, but she swung at it and missed. Helped us out a little bit there. First out of the inning. It is Kylie Gregg in center. Some left-hander in right. Swing and a miss.
That's one she probably wished she could have back. Kind of high and inside.
Yep. Emily Fleming with a snap throw to first just about catches the Wilson runner off the bag, but she gets back in safely. Fleming had just a real good job behind the plate, has saved numerous pass balls over the course of her career, quite a few of them this year. She just does a good job behind the plate. 1-1. 2-1. Turn the glove over, Kendall. Ground ball to the pitcher and goes off Kendall's glove over the shortstop. There is no play at first. Now, force out at third or second. And they like the high ones. That one's fouling out of play as Moody goes over to take a look. Strike one. Yes. Right there on the inner half of the plate. Call strike 2. And 2, 1 out. Inside ball. Now the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the third. Minneapolis leading 9-2. There's a ground ball to first. Catcher in with the glove and the pickup steps on first for the second out of the inning. 1 run across here in the third on a home run by the Wilson cleanup hitter. Now with 2 outs, Wilson has runners on second and third. And the pitch. Pop up to Sydney Roth, and that's the third out of the inning as Minneapolis pitches out, works their way out of a little bit of a jam. 2 runners on, second and third, and just 1 run across. Minneapolis coming to hit here in the bottom of the third, leading 9-2.
See if possible we can get a 10-run rule, 10-run game rule here.
Swung on and missed. Sarah Sharp, the first hitter here in the bottom of the third, with a good rip as Wilson comes across the plate with a nice pitch there. Sharp was ready to swing, but the pitch was high. Ball 1. If it would have been anywhere close, she would have taken a rip at it. 9-2 Minneapolis. And he's just been pretty consistent with his ball strike calling. Ground ball to shortstop under the glove, and Sarah Sharp is on with a hit. Now Kylie Gregg.
Kylie Gregg bat represents the winning run. So it could be the winning run.
Mikey Rupert on the mound for the boys. Behind us, playing Sacred Heart on Legion Field. He says it got her in the foot, and it did. Sure sounded like it. She takes her base. Now it's the foreign exchange student, Dale.
Caparilli, is it?
Yeah, Anna?
Anna Caparilli?
Yeah, that's who it is in right field. Swing and a miss.
From Italy.
Strike two, the call, as Anna takes a pretty good cut at a high one. Right down the third base line. She's going to be safe at first with the base hit. As she moves the runners to second and third, now the base is loaded for our cleanup hitter, Sydney Roth. Now Anna at first, Greg at second, and Sarah Sharp at third, and boy, Sydney could just
2 runs anywhere here will end the game.
Clean them right here. Pop up. She almost doubles up Anna, but not quite.
Time for Lacey Sharp to work her magic again.
1 out, I believe, isn't it, Dale? Now Lacey Sharp, the hitter for Minneapolis, who has cleaned the bases off before with a triple and a home run here today. We'll look for something that she can drive as the first pitch goes outside for a ball. And she does. In the gap, all the way to the fence.
2 second runner scores. Third.
There's another inside the park home run. She finds the gap with a laser. Second home run of this game. She hits a laser out in the gap to right center field. Cleans the bases. That's 4 runs.
I guess it's 10 runs after 3 innings, not when they get the 10 runs.
13-2 Minneapolis. Taylor Ketron now the hitter. 1 out. Outside.
So they will play the inning out.
Oh, man. That one's going to leave a mark. Ketron with a rope down the third base line right off the wrist of the third baseman. That one's going to sting for a little while as the umpire and the coach go out to have a look.
We have an injury timeout. Injury timeout's over. We're back.
To pop up to right field, it's going to be caught. Fleming, the hitter, pops out to right. Now we're back with Kayla Briggs, who has just been a little bit under the ball all day long. Now the throw to second, not in time as Emily Rankin steals another base. Now back at third on the overthrow. Pretty cagey runner. Now Briggs a chance to bring in another one from Minneapolis. Outside's the call. Ball 2. Good rip, and it's going to carry out to center field. It's going to drop. In between the center fielder and the shortstop for a base hit. Briggs drives in Rankin from third. Now Moody steps in there. Chance to give Minneapolis a little more cushion here. 2 outs. Minneapolis leading 14-2. Kelsey Moody, the hitter. Notice Kyler had an alley on his knee and one crutch under one arm. I hope he's okay. Strike. Strike 2. Now Moody has to protect the plate a little bit here. Briggs in at second, easy. Second baseman takes the throw and she cuts it off before it gets to the bag, so not a chance really to get the base runner. And Moody takes one off the heel. And we're back to Sarah Sharp again. We bat around. She gets on, it'll be Gregg. Now, Sharp. Good solid hit to short. And a nice stop by the shortstop. And the throw to second forces the out for the third out of the inning.
Does that end the game? Do I understand the rules correctly? It's 14-2 after 3.
Well, Blue is walking over there to hand the bat in there. Doesn't look like. Maybe it's after. I don't know. So far we've run-ruled them. We'll be back. Yeah, looks like we're taking the field, and we'll go at least one more, I guess.
Or is it 15 after 3, 10 after 5? I don't know. I think it'd be the other way around. 10 after 3.
I think you're right. 15 after 3 and 10 after 5.
Is that okay? So I've misunderstood things again. My great propensity to do so.
Well, Kendall Perry back on the mound, and we'll be back after these important words.
A friend of mine bought a bag of pistachios.
What's that?
A bag of pistachios about that big.
Where at?
At work.
Oh.
And I said, you should have never showed them to me.
Who brought them?
Sean, a guy in shipping and receiving, with Jeff Blake.
She was not ready for that one.
Okay, Blues ready to get things working here.
Gregg, the hitter for Minneapolis, steps in here in the bottom of the fourth, and a high pop fly to right field is caught. Gregg with a nice drive to right is caught by the right fielder for the first out of the inning. Nice hit, nice catch, first out. Now Anna puts the bat on the ball and is thrown out at first. Two-way. Now, Sydney Roth, nobody on, 2 outs. Quick lower half of the fourth here as Sydney likes that low ball. I thought she might take a good rip at that one. High fouled back and out of play as Roth with a good rip. Way high. She lays off that one.
that foul?
It
Hit inside the batter's box or something?
while it was in the batter's box. Yes, she hit it off her ankle actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's limping it. She's pulling her foot there a little bit.
Those hurt. A little bit ahead of the. There's another one, ground ball to third. And the throw at first is in time for the third out of the inning as Roth is out third to first. And that's the way the fourth inning will end. We'll be back with Wilson batting on the top of the fifth, 14-2 Minneapolis.
Well, we're about ready to get things going here in the top of the fifth.
It's still beautiful out, Dale.
Gorgeous.
I put the sweatshirt on and really didn't need it.
Well, I brought a hoodie sweatshirt along in case I needed it.
Boy, after that one day last week, it was cold. Top of the fifth, Wilson hitting the pitch outside. Kendall Perry pitching for Minneapolis, pitching into the fifth inning here now for the Lions. Minneapolis doing a good job playing defense behind her. Swing and a miss. Ahead of that just a little bit.
By Moody.
Nice hit to left field. Moody right there for the first out of the inning. Kelsey Moody with the play in left on the hard hit ball by Wilson.
These girls have made a lot of advancement in 3 years.
Yes. Yep. Ball goes to the outfield. We got a chance for the out. Swing and a miss on the inside pitch by Kendall Perry. Looked like a changeup. Held on to that one a little bit too long, and it's high, ball one.
A tribute to the hard work of Coach Lance Vernon, and I forgot his assistant's name.
Yes.
The improvement of this squad over 3 years. Of course, it helps to have good players like that, too.
One hopper to shortstop, Sydney Roth with the short hop. And good throw to first.
Always helps to have good players, doesn't it, Mike?
Oh, yes. Regardless of what sport. Whether it's basketball, track, high, ball one. We've been blessed with excellent athletes and girls and boys, track, basketball, volleyball, past 8 years.
Occasionally football.
Football, yeah. Been into the playoffs. Just saw Devin Knox walk by in a athletic sleeveless shirt. I'm sure it looks like he's still in pretty good shape.
Yeah, he'll be working out here another month and a half, getting ready for the All-Star game.
Yep, All-Star.
Fine All-Star game.
Wonder if he plans on playing ball anywhere.
I haven't heard a word.
I have to corner Tammy. Here's the pitch. 3 balls, no strikes.
If he signed anywhere, it hasn't been announced.
4 straight one gives the free pass to first for the Wilson hitter. Two outs, 1 on. Outside. Kendall having a little trouble finding the home plate here. Taylor Catron almost made a heck of a catch. A foul ball down the first base line in foul territory. Over the head, reached out just off the end of her glove. It would have been a third out of the inning. And it's just a long strike. 1-1.
A little high there.
Swing and a miss on a nice pitch by Perry. You got extension cord rolled up or reeled out all over the place, Dale. Ground ball picked up by Lacey Sharp. Nobody on the bag to take the throw for the force out. Now runners on first and second. And the easy ones at third, it could be unassisted. It would be a logical thing for the ball to go to Lacey to end this game. Yeah, she's driven in 7 runs here in this game alone. 2 inside the park home runs and a triple. Outside ball 2. Fifth inning, Minneapolis up 14-2. Kendall Perry on the mound for Minneapolis. Taylor Ketron at first. Caleb Briggs second. Pop up, first base side. Taylor Ketron right there for the put out. And no runs across for Wilson. Minneapolis will come to hit here in the bottom of the 5th, leading 14-2.
Well, I turned the film off. After 4.5 innings, the Lions win 14-2. So it must have been a 10-run rule, and they agreed to play it a little longer after that. So I'm glad to know I was not completely wrong. Well, Mike, thanks for joining us. It was good to have another broadcast here. The ladies get a nice twin bill win over the visiting Wilson Dragons.
Well, we got
they're winning
left this week.
Winning quite regularly this year.
Yeah.
Which is very nice.
Above 500.
I must say I had not really cared that we didn't have baseball and softball for the longest time, but I rather enjoy having it now.
Especially these pleasant days, it's pretty nice sitting here watching the ladies and the guys play. Looks like the guys are still at it behind us, playing Sacred Heart.
To my knowledge, Minneapolis High School has never had a softball or baseball teams until here just recently, even though baseball was the big thing in Minneapolis way back into the late 1800s. It was the main form of entertainment.
Minneapolis takes 2 from Wilson here today, and that's good. Good for the ego, and the girls high-fiving over in the dugout.
Where are they going at? I'm not sure. I think this is our last
home game.
Broadcast of the year. I might be wrong. I can't remember for the Lady Lions. We'll have one more baseball game, and then we will probably catch them in regionals. We got to intersperse some track in here somewhere.
Yeah.
School year's coming to a close, Mike.
Yeah, we got the big one this Friday. It's relays, and when it's done, you're almost down to regional track and then state track, regional baseball and softball. So we will be pretty busy in the next month to come.
Thanks for listening here on Channel 37, ECTV, and 910 KINA Access Internet. Thanks for having us.